Welcome to the CarbSmart podcast, where your decision to embrace low-carb nutrition becomes a fun and delicious lifestyle. I'm your host, Dana Carpenter, here to guide you through the ins and outs of everything low-carb. Today, I'm tackling the supposedly unassailable fact that weight loss is all about calories in, calories out. Is it? Stick around. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss a single episode. It is a long-established truism that weight loss is all about calories in, calories out. And along with it, the apparently unshakable assumption that all calories are created equal. It's all bunk. Sheer bunk. But it's bunk with so much weight of belief behind it that it's very hard to shake people's faith in it, even people who should know better. So we're still bombarded with propaganda from the calorie police. One of their favorites is to tell us that low-carb diets only work because they trick you or fool you into eating fewer calories by making you feel less hungry. I have actually read exactly that. Oh, that diet just works by making you less hungry. As if that were a bad thing. If that were true, I'd be okay with it. I'd rather be tricked or fooled into eating fewer calories by reducing my appetite than try to muster up the willpower to tolerate being ravenous half the time. Oh, Lord, the memories. When I was in my mid-20s, I worked at a health food store. Every day, I'd buy my lunch from our cooler, a sandwich on whole grain bread, a bottle of juice, a piece of fruit, or a whole grain honey-sweetened cookie. Such a healthy lunch. By 2 o'clock, I'd be starving, and I'd spend the afternoon chewing sugar-free gum and trying to ignore the fact that I was surrounded by food. But it's simply untrue. Repeated clinical tests demonstrate that simply cutting calories causes the metabolism to slow down. Unlike your car, which will happily run at 60 miles per until it sputters and dies for lack of fuel, your body is a complex living organism with powerful homeostatic mechanisms designed to keep you from starving to death. If you follow the common advice to just cut 100 or 200 calories per day, your body will simply burn 100 or 200 calories less per day, and you will have that much less energy. Cut 500 calories per day, and soon you'll wonder why your healthy diet makes you so darned tired. Fascinatingly, clinical tests have repeatedly shown that what sort of calories you eat influences how many calories you burn. It's common for people to scoff at this notion, to say that it somehow defies the laws of thermodynamics. And it would if your body were a machine. But again, your body is a complex living organism, and your food powerfully influences your hormonal signaling, most notably your levels of insulin, which tell your body to store fat, versus your levels of glucagon, which tells your body to release fat. Going back to the 1950s, a couple of British researchers named Kekwik and Powan put obese subjects on a very low-calorie diet, just 1,000 calories per day, but they varied the macronutrient composition of those diets. Some subjects got most of their calories from carbohydrate, some from protein, and some from fat. They discovered that even on such a low-calorie diet, the people eating mostly carbs lost little weight, but the people getting mostly fat lost weight rapidly and easily. So they tried feeding obese subjects 2,000 calories per day, which sounds a whole lot easier to live with, doesn't it? They tried a 2,000 calorie balanced diet and found that their subjects didn't lose weight. This will come as no surprise to those of you who have struggled to lose weight on 1,500 calories or even 1,200 calories per day. However, when Kekwik and Powan kept the calorie count the same, but knocked out the carbs, Their subjects lost weight easily. Indeed, they found that the average subject could eat 2,600 calories per day and lose weight so long as they stuck to protein and fat. In the 1960s, a doctor named Frederick Benoit, working at the Oakland Naval Hospital in California, tried a related experiment. He first put his subjects on a fast, what we could call the no-calorie diet. If it's all about calories in, calories out, this should have caused the quickest possible fat loss. It did not. Oh, Benoit's subjects lost weight, an average of 21 pounds in 10 days, which sounds great, until you hear the rest. On average, only 7.5 pounds of that was body fat. The rest was water and muscle. Indeed, they lost twice as much muscle as fat. Bad juju. So then, Benoit put his subjects on 1,000 calories per day. Again, a very low-calorie diet, but after that total fast thing, it must have felt pretty good. But here's the thing. Benoit gave them a very low-carb, very high-fat diet. And what happened? In the 10-day trial, the subjects lost twice as much fat as they had eating no calories at all, an average of 14 pounds apiece, with only a half a pound coming from muscle mass. But all of this is practically ancient history. I mean, it was in the last millennium. Anything more recent? Because, after all, we all know how much the human body has changed in the past 70 years, right? How about this? In 2000, a study was done at Schneider's Children's Hospital in New Hyde Park, New York, regarding obese adolescents. The kids were split into two groups, one eating a low-fat, high-carb diet, all those fruits and veggies and grains and beans. The other eating a low-carb diet, which the researchers frankly admitted was high-fat. On average, the kids in the low-carb group ate 66% more calories per day than the low-fat group, a total of 1,860 calories per day, as compared with just 1,100 calories per day for the low-fat kids. What happened? The low-carb kids lost twice as much weight as the low-fat kids. The low-carb kids lost twice as much weight as the low-fat kids. Lest you think that this was at the expense of their overall health, they had a greater improvement in their triglycerides and HDL cholesterol, too. In 2003, a study was presented to the American Association for the Study of Obesity regarding the effect of macronutrient balance on weight loss. 21 subjects were divided into 3 groups. 2 groups got the same number of calories, 1,500 per day for women, 1,800 per day for men, but with different macronutrient ratios. One group ate 55% carbohydrate, 15% protein, and 30% fat. The other group ate 5% carbohydrate, 15% protein, and 65% fat. The third group got the same macronutrient balance as the low-carb group, but got 300 more calories per day. The study lasted for 3 months, and all meals were provided to the subjects in a restaurant setting, so the researchers weren't relying on the subjects to accurately calculate and report their meals. What happened? The low-calorie, low-fat, high-carb group lost an average of 17 pounds apiece. The low-calorie, low-carb, high-fat group lost an average of 23 pounds apiece, or 35% more than the low-fat, high-carb group, while eating the same number of calories. That's a substantial difference. But here's the kicker. The low-carb, high-fat group who got the higher calorie diet lost an average of 20 pounds apiece, still better than 17% more than the low-fat, high-carb group who had eaten fewer calories. Another trial from 2003, this one in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, put moderately obese women either on a calorie-controlled low-fat diet or a very low-carb diet, 20 grams or fewer, with no restriction on calories. after a 2-week period, the low-carb group was allowed to increase their carb count to between 40 grams and 60 grams per day, so long as they remained in ketosis. They all kept detailed food journals. Both groups reported a drop in calorie intake of roughly 450 calories per day, and caloric intake was similar, but the composition of those calories was very different. What happened? Quote, the amount of weight lost was significantly greater in the very low carbohydrate group compared with the low fat group. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2021 looked at a low-carb diet versus a, quote, balanced Mediterranean diet in morbidly obese individuals. Quote, the average weight loss was 5%, being 58% greater in the low-carbohydrate group than the Mediterranean group. Can you hear Dr. Atkins saying, "I told you so," from the great beyond? Mind you, I don't mean to imply that calories don't matter at all. They do. You do have to run a caloric deficit for fat to be released from your storage depots. But what kind of calories you eat, fat, protein, or carbohydrate, or for that matter, alcohol, will have a major impact on how readily your body releases that fat and how much of it you burn. But most people can eat somewhere around 2,000 to 2,700 calories per day and lose weight on a low-carb diet and feel full, satisfied, and energetic into the bargain, which beats the heck out of subsisting on 80 calories at a time of yogurt and canned soup. Thanks for tuning in to the CarbSmart podcast. I hope today's episode opened your eyes to just some of the wealth of research supporting our lifestyle and maybe even gave you some responses for the naysayers. For more information, click the links below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss a single episode. Let us know below what your experiences with the whole calories in, calories out thing has been. Until next time, stay low carb, happy, and healthy.